we said for our birthdays we'll buy more expensive gifts every year, and we'll until we get to $1 million. And so then,
unbelievable.
But I'm like looking at my time. Like Tom's 42, I'm 49. I gotta speed this up.
You know, it started with an e-bike. I got him an e-bike,
which is like
it was
what,
$3,000.
Yeah,
It was
$2,000. Yeah, $3,000.
And it was like, wow, this is awesome. And he was like, you give way better gifts than my wife. You know, he's like, my wife gave me a fucking wallet. He's like, who the fuck wants? He got really upset about that. And I think she got him like a nice wallet. He's like, what a shitty gift.
So we do gay birthdays. So we do gay guys buy the best presents ever, right? So one year Tom bought me like a $3,000 electric bike that goes 40 miles an hour.
Oh, those things are sick.
They're awesome.
Yes.
And they're even better.
They're motorcycles.
They're even better at 2 a.m. when you're drunk and no one's out, right?
Yeah.
I got him this e-bike, and then he's like, I'm going to step it up. I'm going to get you something that's more expensive, and we'll top each other. And so it's been topping. It was like he got me a jet ski.
So I buy him the next year. He had moved to Austin. I bought him a $15,000 wave runner that goes 70 miles an hour, right? So he's like, nice. So then this year.
Does he use it?
Every fucking day.
Oh, okay.
Tom's a speed freak.
Okay.
So he gets on glass and just, he uses it so much, he bought a second one.
I got him charter flights in and out of Austin.
This year he calls me up. I'm stressed. We got the movie coming out, or we're wrapping the movie. I'm doing screenings in like Sugar Land, Los Angeles. I'm doing shows. I'm on tour, and I'm stressed out. Tom knows, and I'm doing Two Bears in Austin, and he knows I'm stressed out. And he calls me up. And he goes, "Happy birthday! Don't worry about next week." It was like my busiest week, and I go, "What?" And he goes, "Don't worry about it. I got you. After your show in Minneapolis, I got a private jet. It's going to pick you up. It's going to take you to Austin. We're going to do Two Bears. Then the private jet's going to take you to Sugar Land, and it's going to drop you off to go to the screening of the movie. Then it's going to take you back to LA so you can see the girls and do your voiceover. And then the private jet is going to fly you back out on the road." And I was like, "For real?" He was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "And it's not one of the tiny ones. It's the fucking G5. It's like the fucking big one. It's like $70,000.
Yeah.
I'm like, all I thought was, motherfucker, I got to spend $100,000 on this guy next year.
He got me a fucking race car with a trailer,
right?
Because you can't drive it on the street.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so now it's about, and that's a substantial purchase.
Yeah,
yeah.
So I said to him, he's really into cars and racing, and I said, "Let's start Two Bears Racing. I'll buy you a race car for your birthday." And he's like, "Are you being serious?" And I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "No, you don't mess around with me. This is like my dream." And I was like, "Done." So I bought a $56,000 race car. We're doing endurance races, BMW endurance races.
Hell yeah.
So how are you going to step it up to him?
I have something planned I cannot give away.
Now, what's the expectation on your part for him to come back at you next year? What's the
big.
ground floor for the price level?
I'm assuming we're just going to double up. I'm thinking $200,000.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of want like a ranch house in Montana.
But I have a pretty substantial gift idea.
Yeah, so this sounds like something that we do on this show a lot, which is we get really into things,
Yeah.
and our own like weird ideas and traditions and customs that we have here until it goes to a place too far, and we all have to agree that we have to stop doing it entirely.
I think we're about there with the gift giving.
Well, I was going to say, what year do you think one of you is going to the moon? Because that feels like that's what's happening here.